Yalla, over and over, I keep going over the world we knew when it was you and I, Stevie. Yalla, good morning, infidels. Not the best morning, not the best week here at HMG. I guess it is. We're still healthy, wealthy, and, well, maybe not wealthy, but a little bit wiser to the game that's going down. Woke up this morning from one of our avid listeners, Mark. I was up late last night uploading Light the Fuse, Conspiracy Horseman in the Friday Locker Room, all excellent shows. And then this morning, unless they downloaded directly to your Podbean or Spotify, you can't find hackerhameen.podbean.com anywhere, not on Amazon, not nothing. And got a nasty gram email from Podbean that I'll go through here. But, 2 days this week, Stevie, I've gotten out of bed, and in the first 20 minutes, HMG has been hit with nuclear level digital attacks.
Well, you're going to get hit again because you just sung a song that was a licensed music. So
sorry. Not sorry.
Just keep moving the goalposts. Just keep thinking of reasons. And we knew today would come. I'm not saying that doesn't make it sting any less, but we knew today would come that if it's not the music, it's what you talked about. It's how you opened. It's who you criticized. It's who you have an opinion about. It's whatever facts that you fact-checked. You fact-checked the fact-checkers. They haven't even gotten to those parts yet. They're just hitting you for the song.
Yeah, well, they know that that's their legalese, right? That's how they didn't get Al Capone for fucking 400 murders. They got him on taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And that not scares me because it's not like we make a shit ton of money around here by any means. Well, I don't. You're doing all right. But, that are they going to try and do that too and use that tactic and strategy? So the Rob Plandam episode, which I'm not sure the song on the back and on the front, it had a piece of Ice-T's Hustler. And then on the backside, I'd have to check. I downloaded it. Hit with a DCMA from Universal. We've had no problems at all across the board on Podbean ever until now. Right in the same week where YouTube demonetizes me, demonetizes my whole channel. Stevie, I mean, can it be all so simple? Can it really just be, somebody plugged in an algorithm, or is this a calculated attack through whatever means they can on HMG behind these? And you can't get a hold of anybody, at YouTube or at Podbean. You can put in these help tickets for nameless, faceless motherfuckers to then wave their wand and hit one thing, and all of your thousands of hours of content, over 1,500 episodes, 2.4 million downloads, gone because Universal said you can't use that. Meanwhile, we're not even allowed to play music anymore. We're not making a dime off of it. We're not making a fucking single cent from Podbean in using that. So where is this madness coming from? It was on the Rob Plandam Conspiracy Horseman episode, and that's about the Plandemic movie.
I like that title, by the way.
Thank you.
I think it's both. There's an algorithm set up with the calculated attack. The algorithm is designed to learn. Obviously, they don't have people checking every single thing every single moment, but the algorithm can trigger a notification, is my speculation, to a person that can make the call. That's what I really believe. And then maybe it's so advanced now that the algorithm makes the decision as well. And it's designed that you can't get in touch with anyone because it gives you an extra level of hopelessness and also an extra level of, I better stay within the guidelines. We got Russo out of that terrible deal with that third party thing that was basically selling fear, cashing in off the fear events that, like, what if I can't get a hold of YouTube? These are the people that got the phone number and the direct email. There's scammers out there that take advantage of that and will take up to 30-40% of your money for not doing a damn thing except the mafia racket protection program.
Right.
Pretty much.
And it's all, we got you, motherfucker, but there's 19 other, and I hate to be this guy. I hate this shit. of where they make me like, well, what about everybody else? I got fucked over. Well, they'll come for them too, or else they won't because they play the game.
That's what they want you to say too.
I know.
Okay, thanks for see something, say something. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and bitch, like, and this is just, it's strike 3 on me, not on the same platform, but I got the shoulders in the back to do it. And we're talking about fucking independent free media at the end of the day, which is one of the most important things in my life, ever since watching probably Pump Up the Volume back in the day. But it is small potatoes in the scope of reality, and I'd rather keep it that way with health and whatnot is what we're doing. But it doesn't, we do have to address it. It is our business, and our fucking voices being silenced behind Sony Music, Universal, and the fucking, is it as simple as that? Is it as really as simple as it? And then here's the conspiracy, or is it because of the content? And they said in the email, which I'll read here in a minute, these just insane level banning things where you then have to dance for them. With Twitch, I'm streaming Brody Lee, a friend of mine, an acquaintance through 2CW, a guy we're all proud of, his memorial piece. Hundreds of other people on Twitch, same thing. Me, gone. Not to be returned. And then they even saw that there was the Hameen Media Group backup channel, gone. Then YouTube, obviously, on Tuesday this week, I wake up, full demonetization, just because we don't meet a programming standard that they think now. Now, no DCMA violations, no nothing, no fair use, no none of that shit. Demonetized. So there goes 15% of my passive income on my business for a whole year, if you were to add it up. And then this morning, the place where I pay to fucking put our shows up. Not a free medium, not the free fucking, it's their realm. Now where I pay, I'm not allowed to fucking have my own voice heard, dude. And it's strike 3 on 3 different platforms, 2 free, which they can make the argument and I can't stand up against. But this one with, it's the foundation since 2017 of when I started this. And I get it. I get it why people show up at fucking YouTube headquarters. I fucking get it, and I just don't, I'm not like, what are we going to do? I guess I was when I was first pie-eyed this morning and getting up, but now, in the short term, and you've got great solutions is where we have to pivot. There's over 1,600 shows now that I'll have to download, re-upload possibly to Patreon, only to have Patreon, who I know walks out on their artists too, fuck us over all again. Fuck them. Fuck us over all again. And then we get to build out Hameen Media Group or possibly another solution, man. But it's just, this is what being the boss is. I get it, but these are just a lot of barricades for me to have to try and break through, man. And it's really a war now. It really is.
Well, let me tell you something about like what the third option that could have happened.
YouTube
especially.
I do that as Hogan. Let me tell you something.
Well, I just put up just a little funny thing on Instagram and even Twitter with the picture of the right to censor thing and saying, so Peacock TV has censored and removed WWE Network content. For the most part, people are getting the joke. They're getting the joke.
Yeah.
But there's a good portion of people that are saying, well, they've removed the racist content, so now you're a racist. You like the racism? You like that? So think about the stuff we talk about and we trigger and we talk about these different things that someone can interpret as they're so wound up that they go to YouTube, that they report you, there's somebody that knows somebody who knows, and they take the time to do that because they're on some kind of mission to destroy you because that one thing you said that they wanted to hear, what they wanted to hear or read or see. That's what it is. It could be a combination of all 3 too.
The Marty Lee, let's not take it out of our realm. I had the Marty Leeds doc, Dear Wolfgang, uploaded unlisted on YouTube. banned,
Mhm.
gone. You can't have it on there at all, dude.
It's not even like nobody can see it but you and who you send it to.
Right. It's just fucking, you can't even have this on our servers. What is going on in this real covert Cold War? You know, and they're trying to make it a hot war with these things. And it's easy to get fucking, you know, the hair in the back of your neck to stand up because they're fucking with your money and your free speech and your voice and your audience and the countless hours that we put in here every week. It's just, where do we go to have full control? And is that even possible at this point? You know, aside from a Hami Media Group build out, but that means putting our stuff on some, you know, Amazon server that could pull it at any time they want to. But then how are we hooked into apps, Spotify, all this type of shit for distribution networks that can anytime they want to? I'm just, you know, swimming in it. I had just kind of come down from Tuesday's loss of being demonetized. And that's the other thing too. YouTube will demonetize you like that, or it's just one video or one file on Podbean. The whole channel's gone instead of fucking just taking and saying this one's been removed. No, boom. So to see if they can silence your voice that way, are you going to appeal? Are you going to do everything they do to make you dance and they hold the fucking puppet strings? YouTube wants me to cut a video appeal within the next 14 days. And they give you a time limit. Otherwise, we just figure that you're fine with us demonetizing your channel. So now I get to do a fucking suck you off fucking YouTube. Please, I'm a content creator and I have fair use to everything I own. And I'm the one who took the bumps in those matches. And you see the watch alongs that are unlisted. That's me in the ring. I know it doesn't sound like it because I'm here doing this voice, but boy, I just see that we've gotten the most subscribers, over 600 subscribers this month, a record month for us on my YouTube. And I'd really like to continue being a partner. No, really, I'd like to go over to your headquarters with a fucking spike bat and just start laying waste to people like Canseco and McGuire, the Bash brothers, bro. Like, that's what I really want. It's just beyond it, man. It's what's the solution? You know, what's the final solution?
Well, only the press secretary can say that without any kind of recourse.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of people that when I brought it up on the Horseman Wednesday night, that said that they would support you on other platforms. They would support your content, and for the people that give bits back when you had Twitch, or combination between bits and super chats on here on YouTube, dare I say they would get a better value for their money to have one-time monthly thing and have multiple things on that platform. We've had plenty of off-air conversations, and the Horseman was kind of like airing out the thought process with this. My thought is, at least initially right now, right at this time, would be to move everything you can to Patreon. And this is maybe a stopgap. Yeah, we're all in this together. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
But it's stopgap because you're just counting down the days till Patreon eventually unpersons you or tells the payment processing places to not process payments for you, or somebody threatens something or does whatever, which is pretty amazing. It's a premium platform that people have to go out of their way to find and pay money monthly to subscribe to. How is that not the freest platform of all? Because people are literally paying money to hear what they want to hear. The people that don't want to hear or watch or consume the content just don't subscribe. Why? What kind of illness or disease is it that someone will subscribe to you on Patreon to see the stuff so they can report that you're doing bad stuff on Patreon? That's pretty fucked up. You need a life.
Yeah.
You need to like make your own money, not try to take everyone else's away from them.
And I appreciate everybody in the chat saying, well, Rockfin and BitChute, we've had an application in at Rockfin. And here's the thing, that people are like, oh, Rockfin's the place and we'll all go over there. Rockfin is going to do the same thing 2 months from now. If they are, or 2 years from now, if they think they're the fucking Wild West, they will turn. They will turn too. They will turn on fucking people and start fucking getting rid of shows as well. There is no, aside from full ownership, and I don't even know that. Like I said, if we were to put everything up on Amazon's and not worry about these third parties platforms that are free or paid, we're going to have to work our method in marketing in a different way. We built a solid foundation of Hami Media Group loyal listeners, but they could shut that down and pull it on a server. Then who do we even go to? And then we're out of the biz. And now it's a complete unpersoning and silencing of the voice. We throw around 1984 so much, but I've never imagined that we would be at this point of waking up to crush people's businesses that are just about free thought and free speech.
Yeah.
And obviously
I'm going to delete this post on Instagram, by the way, because I did something that I probably shouldn't have done, because I thought, oh, that's kind of funny. And it's kind of a thing that I've thought about. Satire, like you said, is the most powerful weapon in media. I thought about bringing this character back onto video to do a daily vlog or weekly vlog to talk about how great things are. And they can't shut it down because I'm agreeing with everything they're doing, but I'm saying with the character that.
Yes.
And I've thought about really doing it, but guess what? I have a fitness business to run. I got bands to sell. For me to do this, even though it's funny and it's cool, and I'm getting a message, I'm deleting it. Not because someone said, well, you're a racist for thinking. No, because I want to make money. And that's what my social media is about. It's not about being cute or any of this sort of shit. I'll keep it up on Twitter because I don't give a fuck about Twitter. But you see what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah, I'm not crossing any streams like that. And that's something, going to my YouTube channel. This is an example. You want to go an A/B test. I put up the Horseman stuff a long time ago. Remember? We were putting up the videos. Mm-hmm. They demonetized every single one of my videos, which at the time there was like 1,000 videos between tech and fitness and everything. They demonetized the whole channel. I just removed the Horseman stuff. They remonetized every video instantly. So that's why I'm saying the algorithm has something to do with it. But of course, there's somebody there maybe to say, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like the algorithm, this person removed all the offensive content. Okay, we can remonetize. Or the algorithm just does
watch my appeal video. And that's the other part that's fucked. I get that you have to protect your business. There's no doubt about that, as opposed to
I don't care about the post, by the way. The post doesn't bother me, and it doesn't make me regret the post, but I'm like, I'm putting up stuff trying to promote Retromania Wrestling. I'm trying to do the fitness, but that's what they're telling you to do. Stay in your lane. Don't do these things. So I went back to being a good boy on YouTube and just uploading my very, very homogenous stuff I care about. I'm passionate, but not going outside those lines that they wanted me to color within. Everything's good. I haven't had a problem.
Is that what it says in the First Amendment? Stay in your lane, don't go outside, and free think. And that's the whole thing, is now they've operantly conditioned you with a fear based on your, model that's not, edgy at all to worry about fitness. And there's nothing there that goes against our future way of thinking. But if you were to step out and do satire and do that, well, we can fuck with your whole other side of your business that way. So now you are policing yourself to have to take down your artistic endeavors that are a commentary comically on the fucked up shit state of the technocracy we live in, full of censorship, just so you can keep earning your living without having it interrupted. But it's the fear that is now making you fucking do that. It's fear and loathing. Hunter S. Thompson 101, dude. And that's the fuck. That's the fact that you even have to have that question of, oh, should I post this because I want to get a little stab in, and no, he's not going to be able to operate in our world if he fucking doesn't go along with that shit. That is killing me, bro. Where are our soldiers? Where are the fucking real American patriots? These words that people get hurt over, or even hide behind the excuse of music. Dude, music is free once you put it out there. I'm not making a dime off of anything. Even on YouTube, I don't put the music on there. I keep it on Podbean because I pay for that space. It's the same as whatever DJ would want to put together a mixtape or anything like that and put it out there. And it's just and that's the one of the things I enjoy as being a producer. Oh, what do we talk about on Conspiracy Horseman? Oh, let me pull 90 seconds of this song and put it in there. And then they'll be like, oh, that's a good song to open with. But then it'll make more sense once they hear the entire conversation, giving them the psychological wrestling feeling of satisfaction that we love to fucking pull off on an audience. But I can't, that's the Trojan horse for them to throw up the fucking roadblock to fuck us over on the content. And go ahead. I'll bring up this email so I can read it all.
Well, going to the music thing, I wanted to do even the 80s love song radio station on Twitch or YouTube or on a radio thing, and they make you jump through so many hoops that you find yourself not even being a fan of the music anymore because I'm not allowed to even play it. Am I going to be allowed to listen to it when I worked in a gym or when I taught class? You have to pay all these licensing fees, and they actually took the time to have people come in to work out to make sure that you were playing licensed music that was paid for. They go that far to shut people down or to police people in a way that if someone hears a song, they may want to buy it. But now what you're saying is we want less people to listen to the song unless you've already bought the song or paid for the license for the song. Spotify did the same thing with Rogan. I believe there's a long game with Rogan. That Rogan, all the Alex Jones episodes got pulled, I think the Milo Yiannopoulos episode. It was just
with the comedian dude, Andy Shaw.
And they pulled that.
Yep.
So they pulled that Alex Jones episode. So all you do when you do that is say Alex Jones just might be on to something when guys like us see that or other people.
Yeah. And, we feel a certain way about him now, but it might be time to reach out just to have that conversation. But where are we going to put it? We put it on YouTube. My YouTube channel's gone. That's the thing they're just taking away.
Well, maybe if we all dress in drag and read a story to little children before we do the interview, that would be, and they would be, okay, well, you got that in there. So that's good.
They got that over for us. Let's see.
So you're going to read the email.
Yeah.
Is it going to make it even madder?
Yeah, we have received a complaint from Universal Music Group that the following content infringes on their intellectual property rights worldwide. While this claim is under investigation, your podcast site and feed have been taken down. Please see attached information, Spotify episode, The Conspiracy Horseman, Rob Plandam. If you believe this claim is mistaken and you have the rights to use this content, please contact the complaining party at content protection at umusic.com and notify us of the resolution. In addition, please reply to this email with 1, an explanation of why the takedown is contested, 2, the sentence, I state under penalty of perjury that I have the necessary rights to post this content, and 3, the relevant contact details of the provider. Note the non-fulfillment of this requirement in 1 and 2 or 1 through 3 will be considered as an invalid contestation and treated as consent to contestation and treated as consent to the takedown. If you don't have the rights to provide this content, please delete all reference episodes and all other episodes that have copyright infringing content. You may contact us after you delete the content. There will be a 14-day temporary lock time before your podcast can be reactivated. Please be advised that Podbean has a policy to terminate accounts of repeat infringers. There it is right there, because all they got to do is listen to any other show on Podbean and it's fucked. If we do not hear with you for within 2, in all caps, business days, we will assume that you consent to the takedown.
So what we're looking at is then this one episode got triggered the red flag, triggered the system. So now all I got to do is after you get it back up, there'll be another episode that will trigger it again. So you're just going to keep playing it, and then 3 strikes and you're out, I guess.
If they listen to the Friday locker room, because Universal Music, because I used fucking Grand Poobah 360, whole channel's gone forever, possibly. So here's what I get to do this weekend. Download 1,500 shows over the course of the last 4 years, upload them to my Dropbox so I have them backed up. So then we get to re-upload and rebuild everything again, possibly at Patreon, only to have them fuck us too. Then possibly do it on, build out 500 hours of Hameen Media Group to redo it all again. And then possibly from there, another outlet, dude. But this is, the only options I see at this point to keep ending around these motherfuckers, man. And it's just becoming, I don't know, my shoulders can handle it. It's just the frustration and my toxic 9/11 rage.
So even with all the work that you're going to do, we're essentially, you'd have to pull every episode in order to not worry every morning when you wake up.
Every morning. Yeah. Tomorrow I can wake up, it'll be gone. We go 2 months and they go, nah, that's the second one. Whole channel's gone. Same as Twitch. No getting it back.
So what do you think now? I mean, you're still in the, you're still in.
Yeah, I'm too close to it right now. What do I think right now is 308 can touch somebody from about 200 yards away. That's what I think, but not act on. But thought crime's coming. How dare you think that?
Yeah, just that alone could get you kicked off YouTube right now.
Yep.
Okay, you're too close to it and it's too soon. We just wanted to let everybody know and hear it because obviously, people are going to be asking. This was the best way right now that we're allowed to tell everybody in the most, broad reaching scope that we can. Then throughout the day, you can just tweet this, the video to kind of and everybody else retweet the video so we can keep everybody up to date on what's going on. I would say, this is what I would say, just because at least for now, until the background stuff that we're working on with Russo, if that does come through, the deal we're looking at to maybe have some sort of, I hate to use the term because Brian Rose kind of scammed people out of a lot of money with this digital platform, the free, remember the digital platform that he was doing?
Yeah.
To just raise, we're not doing that, but I do believe a Patreon model right now would be something that, like I said, when people factored it in that were in the chat that seemed to cheer, or in this case, super chat, $5 to $10 every time we do the Horseman. You're talking about not just the Horseman, but everything else that we plan to do. We would just have to, there's no good answer because it's just a ticking time bomb no matter where you go.
And I can almost guarantee Patreon's going to fuck us too. I can almost guarantee it.
Because if that was the case, Sam Tripoli and everybody else will be full Patreon right
We'll
now.
be there. Yep. They'd be there.
What do you think? I mean, just to give you a little bit of an idea of hope, I guess, what do you think Trump's social media is going to look like? I mean, there's no way in hell that he would, if he starts something along the lines of a YouTube or Twitter or anything else but AWS could shut him down, Amazon Web Services, because it's all based on Amazon Web Services and storage. Even Podbean and I guess Patreon, they all used AWS from what I understand. That's multi-billion-dollar company with servers and all that stuff. It's not Google. Even Google to some extent uses AWS, I think, with where they store the videos.
Mm.
I'm not sure. As far as I reckon, Google used to be the biggest with server space. They used to have the barges and the planes flying overhead all the time and all that stuff. But I think Amazon has surpassed them over the past few years.
Yeah, I don't doubt.
By the way, something here, and thank you.
Out there that's salacious. You figure Pornhub and everything's on those same servers too, with everybody doing every other thing under.
Did you hear about Pornhub? My wife sent me an article saying they use a VPN so people can go and see content that's like Pizzagate type content and things like that. They have their own VPN that those types of people can go and consume that content.
I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't seen that and to use it, but even that, I mean, you're in the porn world too, but that's a workaround instead of a solution.
No. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying they're allowed to exist on Amazon Web Services with that type of bullshit. Because Amazon, AWS, or whatever cloud storage service or server space, bandwidth, whatever it might be along the lines of what Realm Network is, whatever it is, has a platform. Even if a VPN is going to overseas somewhere and it's dealing with a worldwide conglomerate that's storing that type of content, right? And distribute it.
How do we become Podbean?
Well, that's our behind the scenes negotiations with Russo and the other.
Right.
Yeah, we were trying to be Podbean.
Right.
We're trying. That would be a Podbean right there.
That's what we're trying to do.
So I want to give credit to the chat room right here, real quick, just on a more positive note. I'm looking for it right now.
You don't like assassination attempts in baseball?
Well, I'm just trying to change the subject terrible. I'm sure assassinations will come up in a few minutes again. TGY TV Tim had said, and I think this person had told me before, as far as the 80s love songs or 80s music, if it's 30 years old, it's public, which is like the JFK assassination files type. We got to wait to get this declassified for 30 years to use it for free.
Yeah, when did Hustler come out? That might have been 30 years ago, actually. Now I'm pretty close to it, but yeah, sorry.
No, what I'm saying is like, yeah, I mean, there's some, I mean, I knew that would eventually pay off being an 80s music child, but I didn't think I had to wait down. 20 years ago, the internet was Wild Wild West. Now they're telling you to create your own online service just to have free speech. Yeah, but where are you getting the server space from? Probably Amazon. Now you're going to, you could, if somebody didn't like what Russo was doing enough at a high enough spot, they could contact the Realm Network and have him taken off, just like they did Podcast One. If you raise a big enough stink, or if you have the right SJW in the right place in that company, right, they will make it a mission.
Walrads, I appreciate you're here every day. Patreon could do the same thing on the complaint model. It might buy time. Do you think Mrs. McAfee has any ideas, or how do you get a safe server to host content? I don't want to insult Mrs. McAfee here by any means. But you should watch the McAfee documentary. And she's been sweet. She's funny, and she's got her plate full with her husband being in jail. But Mrs. McAfee is I hope I'm not mistaken here, an ex-call girl. And I'm not sure if she knows I'm sure she's learned plenty from being with John. You know what I mean? But that might not be my first go-to to how to end around. And and when maybe you're right. Maybe she does know, and I'm just being a fucking asshole, and that she's a high-priced lady of the night, and at the same time knows everything there is to know about VPN servers.
Knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
And she's got her hands full with her husband being in jail, so I doubt Hami Media Group would be the first thing on her.
Yeah, we're not going to go to McAfee for any server companies or Bitcoin in the near future.
I appreciate everyone's understanding, and I appreciate from Hami Media Group and Russo Brand, your loyalty during these difficult times is appreciated more than you know. And also my staff and my co-hosts, where Stevie can talk me down from the ledge and be like, let's do this, because he sees when I'm in the fucking tornado of hate. and it's just like I gotta get my feet grounded before I make decisions. As a businessman, first thing you can do is make emotional decisions. But when they took away 15% of my business on Tuesday out of nowhere, we've been deplatformed from the two biggest interactive platforms that should be for free speech. One for streaming my friend's memorial show, and like I said, hundreds of other sites doing it, and the other for no reason at all aside from it goes against what we think is good taste. What? I mean, and I'll throw him under the bus. I don't care. He's already a rat. When I watch these mob things, I've said this, Sammy the Bull Gravano talking about shooting women in the back of the fucking head with a 38 on YouTube, and the guy's got 400,000 followers in 6 months, and that content's fucking fine. All that's fine. Straight murder. Steve, you ever murdered anybody?
Just a few towns here and there.
Same here. But that's the difference of who they're willing to partner with. Remember that Do No Evil? I think that was their MO for a while there. But
no, but somebody jumped in, kicked the door, and they go, God damn it, I meant do plenty of evil. Plenty. Not none. Plenty. Get it right. Now the earpiece, the young writer with an earpiece is coming soon to Master Street Theater, by the way.
Yeah. It's gonna be our next thing.
Yeah, I've destroyed some cardio equipment. I've done that. There's a graveyard. There's definitely a graveyard somewhere. bodies of ellipticals.
Uh,
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think that too. This is where we go, look at them, look at them, look at them. But there's got to be somebody smarter than us, or as smart as us at least, that's there going, yeah, we're going to cancel them. Then they're going to beg for us to cancel them over there. And we'll say, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, cool. It's got to be a complete method and plan that's thought out. And it is double think and double speak and double video, and double content. You talking about YouTube, you're canceled. I was canceled until I played ball with YouTube. Sammy the Bull and the people interviewing him telling there's Patrick Beck David with Valuetainment. There's tons of people interviewing this guy and other who's the other guy? Mike France, I think, or something.
Michael Francis, yeah.
He's been all over everywhere, including Pat McAfee. What is Pat McAfee? He has a football show and he's interviewing a guy talking about killing people, and that's allowed. But I definitely think deep down it's us. Then we become the people that Gina Carano was pointing out in that tweet, that basically chasing their neighbors down the street and reporting them and wanting to put them on the train.
Yeah, I mean, I love mob stuff, and I think there's a lot to learn business-wise from it and how loyalty and dedication is. But then when the fucking rats who claim that they're so proud to be mob are the ones that flipped, and now they get to be fucking celebrities off of it, and they're murderers. They're murderers. Openly talking about taking life and making celebrity out of it and normalizing it. We talk about what would be plans that we are kind of seeing.
The rules.
Yeah, there's the rules.
I should have kept that on my on my Rodecaster. I'll tell you what. This is we're just two boys with a dream. All we wanted to do all our life was create some kind of content, be either a radio DJ host or some sort of television star or combination of both, and then be able to just create content that hopefully people will like and keep coming back for.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's basically no different than what WWE is right now. We are playing basically to an audience of one. Not saying it's who we're talking to, but every time we hit stream or record or upload, there's an audience of one now. There's a Vince McMahon at Google. There's a Vince McMahon at Podbean. There's somebody putting their own personal opinions into what they want to see, listen to, or read.
And I appreciate this Media on 5, but I know you're here every day, so I appreciate I'm not trying to slam on you. And you guys are trying to give us alternative solutions. Ben, you may have to do Patreon only discussions, recorded or live, perhaps. Why do I have to bend my artistry? Why do I have to keep going and doing and revamping to fucking end around like I'm some super fucking spy trying to get secret information to a drop that's going to cause a war? I'm not. I'm a fucking guy who pushes the 9/11 truth to let people's PTSD go, to fucking make free thinkers, get in the ring, do the bumps, grow the beard, do the production, create something. And I'm the one who has to keep fucking changing and switching for free.
While others fail upwards. While others fail upwards because they put all their money and their time into playing that game. And listen, here's what it's going to right now. I'm just talking about social media, YouTube, and everything. And this story is probably very relevant to this. The Canadian government is paying influencers to basically say good things about the health policy of the Canadian government. So I want people to be reminded that when you're starting to see your favorite Instagram influencer or your favorite YouTuber start to talk about vaccines and how good they are and how you should get one and I get the jab and, doing PSAs. And even if they don't have the little paid promotion in the corner, it's from an internal thing. Because now if it says paid promotion, okay, he's being paid to say, but think about that. These people are being paid. They're paid propaganda. That's all they are. Most of what you see now on Instagram, I can't go anywhere. My tummy tea can't go anywhere here. Can't do this, can't do that. It's all just Operation Mockingbird put out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook now. It's no longer that TV that's behind me. It's this screen in front of me and this screen here. This is where Operation Mockingbird has.
And no offense, the screen behind you, that's our parents. And they don't know how to any of this shit. And what they come back and regurgitate from the fucking Good Morning America. Like my parents were like trying to figure out, well, we wanted to watch the game on your mother's phone, but we didn't know how to get it up on the TV. I mean, they're just, already out of the technology of how to do that. So, but once we got it on there, we could get all old shows and whatnot. But I wanted to watch news like Good Morning. Dude, they're just regurgitating exactly what's in the plan that way. And then our generation, where we're in front of this screen where the real war is going on now, that over there, they don't even fucking concern that with that programming anymore because they know it's not dangerous and it's all locked down, bro.
Well, because when they see, and my in-laws, God bless them, more on one side than the other. I didn't know that my father-in-law was a conspiracy guy. He's definitely, it was cool to see on Christmas, but here you hear it every time. They're Nancy Browns or John Smiths. When you talk about, oh, you're watching the news, and they're like, oh, I like her. I like him. That's all they know. I like him. He's got a good smile. He's feeding you he's feeding you the Easter Bunny rabbit script.
The lines are coming right through Michael Strahan's fucking gap in his teeth.
Dude, how the mighty have fallen on that shit, huh, man? Wow, especially after the Biden interview. Holy shit, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what you were doing. And they're saying, Chappie was saying Daily Motion or Vimeo. That's what I use for Stevie Richards Fitness to deliver a lot of stuff that's not within the commerce digital download. Of course, you're dealing with Vimeo and Daily Motion, I believe, but Vimeo, you would have to cut shows because you're paying for bandwidth and storage on Vimeo. And that's a lot of money when you're talking about 12, 13, 15 shows that aren't condensed within an hour each. We don't have broadcast style limitations on these podcasts that you put up. So now you're talking about, we can do Vimeo, but now you're going to get 5 shows maybe. And now the shows have to be, we got to look at this. All right, we got 18 minutes left. So we got to go under an hour, right? That's what you're looking at. So you're already you're building up the walls around you no matter what. You go to OnlyFans. That'll test that model right there. OnlyFans. Won't it though? Dude, that's interesting. That's interesting. As much as that is a joke, you will expose the hypocrisy of the whole thing by going to OnlyFans. Because what do you? Oh, these, respect us as men, but we talk about conspiracies.
And I get up and fucking jack off on camera for my last 30 seconds, go home, and then we'll meet their criteria.
And they'll be like, oh, okay. Do you mean it?
Yeah. I do mean it. Here, guys, look at this big rager that I got going, all 6 inches. Like fucking, like I say, I'm back in the fucking whirlwind of emotions, and I'm just trying. And thankfully, Tuesday helped me get through most of this when they demonetized me there, so I'm not as hot, but pretty fucking hot. Man.
Okay, well, here's an interesting
one show pulls down 1,600 shows. Yeah. One fucking strike pulls down 1,600 shows.
Okay, well, here's an interesting thing, and I'm not saying this guy should be off. Nobody should be off any platform. Let me make that clear. Whether we like them or don't like them, whether we agree or disagree, I'm saying right now, everybody, it should be the floodgates, and everybody has their opinion that they could put anywhere they want. Cornette threatens to kill people many times on shows, and he still has a podcast. He still has a YouTube channel that I assume is monetized and makes out pretty good. He talks about in detail how he would murder Vince Russo. He talks in great detail about how he would go and, stab the fuck out of this person. I don't know, but he has his own creative ways of saying that he will assault people, commit assault and battery, that he will go to their house and murder them. Okay, that's a pretty detailed, violent threat. That's hate speech to some degree. My shows were demonetized. The morning warm up for being hate speech. That's okay.
You're a hateful person. Oh man, and it is just the double standard. So they can hide behind, oh, it was 90 seconds of Ice-T's OG Hustler. Is that really what it is in the same week? Are there coincidences where I'll be demonetized and then that gets fucking whacked too, bro?
No, somebody's talking to somebody at YouTube. They didn't plan like, but Podbean might know, oh, you demonetized that channel. Okay, we got to take a look at this now. And oh shit.
The thing that sucks about this the most is that the bill's coming for it on April 20th. That's when the Podbean renews. And they can fucking pull a channel that I pay for, bro.
I want life to get back to normal. A COVID vaccine gets me one step closer.
Oh, yeah, how about the one I sent you from my boy Tyler yesterday? Got the vaccine. That's a lot off my brain. You're fucking ain't right. The truer words were never spoken, my friend. That's a lot off your brain.
There was another one that said,
consciousness, that's what's off your fucking brain.
Some people think the most watched body part of 2020 was hands, but it was actually the brain. Pretty interesting.
That's a good one, dude. But I appreciate you guys. We're 65 strong here on this emergency morning bitching transmission, but it's not like it's unfounded. And I appreciate Stevie being my psychologist to talk this out. We just got to figure out the options of how to battle this in the best way so we don't have to keep doing it over and over and over and over the world we knew. Shit, bro. Yeah, I wish I had better news for you guys, but we might be down for 14 days on HMG. I did delete. I was able to go through. I had to do like 2 or 3 different back end moves on Podbean because it'll still let me log into the admin side. And then I got to the link where I could download the Rob Plandam episode. And so I have it. That's the only way I could get to it. And then I deleted it. So, and I sent them, hey, I deleted. Please turn my channel back on, guys. I'm with you and Podbean forever. And fucking, we'll see if they go and it's back on, or if they're going to go, nah, you're in timeout for 2 weeks. So pretty much the only place to find media is going to be here on YouTube. Sorry, Tony. Slow. Group. And they might flag us for that for Sopranos. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's tons and tons of fucking, and I was watching that girl on cinema yesterday. Easy on the eyes, way too young for me. So I felt like I was almost going, is this my daughter?
What are you talking about?
The girl who went, I sent it to you. I want you to watch the whole thing. It's like a 46-minute video she put out yesterday. And she's not your normal wrestling fan. She's definitely cute. She's sitting there in a bikini top, way too young for me. But I think for MSG, she'd be right on par. That's the girl that Tony Khan went at with 800 followers that was bashing his shit and cut that backhanded. I spend millions of dollars, and you get to. She has like 3,300 followers on YouTube. Dude, she breaks down Khan, AEW, and this whole scenario of when she got attacked by all the fucking AEW fans off of that. It's left, right. She beats the fuck out of AEW, and not one thing she says is wrong. It's very much like you and I talking, and somebody in her family or an ex-boyfriend, or maybe even her, is in the business and has been for a long time, because she gets it on a level that only a worker gets it, bro. And the vernacular she uses, she's not trying to sound like a Smart fan. When she says something industry insider, it's right how the boys in the locker room would say it, dude. So that's
they're going after her still because she's right about everything. And everything. This is the all-inclusive entertainment or all-inclusive wrestling. This is
well, that's what she does too at the end. She even goes back to that press conference that we referenced, takes out the Matt Jackson thing. We want everybody to have health insurance. This is all inclusive. Oh, apparently.
Oh, so she uses all the press conference clips for the equal pay, all that stuff.
All that shit.
Just a little bit. Somebody said, But society reviews, yeah, they're giving NFL players or people in the draft preferential treatment or special privilege if they have the vaccine, which I say the draft is going to be wide open for us to enter it because they won't be available if they get that shot. Also, someone said there was a commercial with Brandy talking about women's rights or something.
That I missed. I know there's the new reality show. I saw some clips of that. But Clayton Meeks, you guys can go to Girl on Cinema on YouTube. She should be easy to find. Most of the time, she's got a gray sweatshirt on and just looks like any average girl. But the video she put out yesterday, she's got a bikini top on, so it should be easy to find her. But dude, it was brilliant. Like she's got the teeny bopper influencer voice, but at the same time, everything she says is 100% true, on time, and makes Khan look so small for going through and virtue looking for his name, vanity searching, and that he didn't even tell him to take the content down. He just claims that from the watch along that she did, that he's going to claim the $20 in ad revenue from it. Spends millions of dollars to get the fuck you, I'm a billionaire in, but instead of taking down, it's about the 20 fucking bucks in his little feelings, bro. And that's the masters that are in fucking control right now. But I'm going to reach out to that girl and offer her a spot if she wants it, bro.
Where will that spot be?
Yeah. I was thinking the same things. You pulled it right out of my head. Wherever that may be. You want to come to my backyard and we'll do some stand up for
two tin cans and maybe we can scream really loud and people can hear us.
Exactly, bro.
Oh, that's a fucking waste of a bunch of microphone equipment, isn't it? I'm going to go on my 80s love song thing. So I'm going to join you in the, I'm going to go on Twitch and get kicked off. Yeah, John Carnage has been, these people too, as nice of a guy as John is, and most of the people we deal with on that, they are a bit flaky and they dip in and out of our lives. They want to help, they want to do this, and then they are in and out. They are some of the craziest people. They're brilliant minds to some extent, but they're fucking insane.
But they're great inventors and they have good MO. But when it comes time to toe the real line and be on the front lines of free speech, free thought, and artistry, they bail, bro.
Well, because it requires a lot of times person-to-person confrontations of some sort. And these are almost autistic level geniuses that can't do that stuff. I'm fucking stupid, so I can talk to people face to face. It's a good mix. It balances out.
Somebody's tweeting me here. I gotta go check that out. John Holmes says Podbean hit me back. I don't know.
No, they hit you. Did they hit you again? Oh, by the way, here's another one.
Here we go, right from Podbean. And I'll follow them back. Hi, Ben. Thanks for reaching out. Our support team has reached out to you regarding your account. Good news, not a censoring issue. Please follow us back on Twitter and we can DM further about the issue. Or please follow up with support at podbean.com.
We can always get on Wrestling Observer Hotline.
Right? Sorry, what's that?
You can always get on Meltzer's network.
We could try and get over there. What do we say here? Hi, Podbean. Let's be real fucking babyface. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly.
Say thanks for getting back to me, you handsome sons of bitches.
you handsome bastards. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly. I have removed.
It's not a censoring issue. Hey, by the way, that guy's bleeding on the ground with a knife in him, but he doesn't seem to have any kind of stab wound.
Yeah. I have removed the episode that was, what should I say here? In question for fair use.
Have you removed it?
Yes.
Okay, so I removed the episode that triggered this action or something. I don't know.
Well, Matt, you might
remove I've already removed the episode in question. How can I get everything back online as soon as possible?
Gotcha. In question. Oh. How can I get hackerhameen.podbean? Back online. Ooh, let's see here. Hold on. Maybe we are back already.
Well, the whole thing is this is the whole thing. This is why you're streaming.
Never mind, you guys. Hackerhameen.podbean is back online.
Yeah, but it could have been weeks. It could have been never. It could have been 2 days. They could still come back and look at another episode. So you're always going to be holding your breath. What I would do if I were you is try to get somebody on the phone or try to get a meeting like this with Podbean to hash out what the guidelines are.
Yes. Is there a way I can get a meeting to discuss my business model
and avoiding such a thing happening again? Avoiding this
misunderstanding. This happening again in the future. So that's all it takes, guys. Just delete your thoughts and you're back in. You're back fucking in.
This talk was good, and this talk of proactively trying to figure out where to put content and where to have, because it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Would love to talk to someone. Would love to talk to you guys. To talk to someone in person. Someone via teleconference. So I can see what their face looks like before I stand over them. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're the best.
keep up the great work.
Keep up the great work. All right, keep up the great work.
So I don't care what Stevie Richards says about you. I think you guys are swell.
Ben Hameen, send. Holy shit on a shingle. Guess what we're doing this week on Hameen Media Group? Downloading every fucking show. And it kicked my ass too, because Jargo just put in so much work at hackerhameen.podbean.com, getting everything archived in order. So that will make it so much easier to go back through and download these months and months and months. Man, Stevie, here in real time.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a slight gap in the archive right now.
Yeah, if you want the Rob Plandam official one, I am selling that as an NFT for $60,000. So, yeah. Steve, I love you, man. You're my
love you too, man. That's good. But this is the people see in real time a measure of what we need to deal with every day as independent content creators. And honestly, like during this whole thing, telling that, I had to play ball with YouTube and I had to do a certain thing. And I do have the Horseman. I have these kinds of shows to say things, but on my own channel, it would absolutely probably destroy 3 businesses for me to really talk about what I think. And that's not me being a pussy about it. That's me saying there's people that rely on me to eat. And same thing with you. So I'm not saying, but we're all figuring this out and trying to do what we can. And of course, I'm still, I have my little ways of getting the message across.
Yeah.
Within my workout videos. If you
what I really want
Easter eggs, I'll give you some free workout content.
What I really want to do though next week is, you guys know we have Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs coming on. I want to open and close the show with his permission to use fucking their songs, see if they fuck with it, and then go, here's the clip where Crazy Bone says we can use all of his fucking music. Yeah. I'm eternally thankful for how diehard the soldiers are here at Hameen Media Group, all the sergeant at arms and our production staff, all the captains who are working on propaganda, who are working on keeping Hameen Media Discussion Group, the investment group, the Pick'em challenges, all the veteran talent that I rely on, like Stevie, to be my mentor, to talk me down, because without that back and forth sounding wall and friendship, I would be in a far worse place when doing things that might not be rational, because I'm pretty reactionary. And guys like Chris Silvio that helped bring my level down a little bit as well, dude. So hackerhameen.podbean.com is up. New Light the Fuse, new Conspiracy Horseman, new Friday Locker Room, all with illegal music. So
I look forward to playing 80s love songs on Twitch maybe as early as an hour or two from now, or maybe this afternoon as I video edit and just do that. See how they respond to that.
Yeah. K100 has tunes and not get strikes. Follow that. Maybe. Well, I mean, I'm no Joe. I'm no Feeney. At the end of the day, Feeney's a great man, and I can only hope to be. No, I'm not going to try and talk bad about Feeney. I really like and respect him.
Dude.
Yeah. I was just trying to rib there. I'd throw Disco under the bus, whatever. People are saying Spreaker. I don't trust any of them, bro. And to be honest with you, we may move to Spreaker because I did get a hold of somebody there and had a good meeting. So that may be the next move. If I can get them to ensure that they won't come after us based on that, then I may move it. So, like I said, we got a lot of thinking to do, and there's a lot of irons in the fire that could change the entire look of Hameen Media Group in the next 3 months. And we appreciate you guys sticking with us, having our backs, being social media advocates, being great followers, great bit cheerers and super sticker, even though we can't accept it now. A lot of people, not a lot, I had some great t-shirt sales during the ProWrestlingTees.com sale this week. Are you guys wanting to support? I mean, I like selling shirts, but I know you buying them right now means something completely different than, oh, I just like Hameen and he's a wrestler. You're supporting the platform. You're doing, the die-hard work that way. I even had people even signing up for the Patreon where you're getting value. And even some diehards just send me a PayPal, which is always humbling because I'm like, oh, dude, I just taking people's money, and I'm not giving them something in return, but we're giving them a free platform. So, that's just weird to me because I'm never the guy looking for a handout. I'm always the guy, let me do the work. If you want to pay for it, so fucking be it. Like that's the model, like the work, when it comes to actors, the work. When it comes to writing, what makes a great screenplay? The writing. And what makes a great podcast? The thought. And that's where we are, man.
That's 3 thoughts too many for them.
What's the PayPal? hackerhameen@gmail.com is all. Mike Martin's buying a shirt. And I'm not doing this to like, oh, woe is me, buy my shit. But you guys want to support. You got your stimmies. I want you to get something in return. And Stevie Richards, as well on Pro Wrestling Tees. All of us are on there, man. But it's humbling to watch the soldiers all come out of the woodwork this morning for a little bit of an emergency, a meeting here, and putting the heat on them in public gets them to dance a little bit. And maybe it is as simple as an algorithm, and there is no greater conspiracy, and there is none of this shit. But 2.4 million downloads can't be wrong at the end of the day.
Agreed. So let's follow through with Spreaker and the other stuff that we're looking at, and have that as, there's supposedly a monetization model that Disco, Conan, and those guys are making over there. So maybe this is all blessing in disguise to be able to motivate you with the temporary pain.
We got till 4:20 to decide.
Let's take a look. If you want to get them in a meeting even today, I'll be around later today. So let's do it.
I got to get with Larry Hankins, producers. Velvet Sky just hit me up for the Beautiful People podcast transfer, and plenty going on here on a Friday, which is usually off mic for me, but glad to be with you guys this morning to at least have some outlet. So appreciate it. And thank you so much, Stevie. And thank you, Hameen Media Group.
Oh, anytime. Now I have to head over to the TV studio and deal with those very genuine people.
Awesome, man. Well, you have a good day, bro, and I'll let you know when the next crisis comes in 12 to 24 hours.
All right, cool, man.
All right, y'all infidels. Hacker Hameen, Big Stevie Cool signing off. You guys follow us for as long as you can.